Hi, Laura. Good evening. How are you?
I'm great. How about you?
Doing good. Well, welcome everyone to another live episode of Vinny Presents. And tonight I'm very delighted to introduce country singer, phenomenal Laura Brynna. Laura, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here, and I love me some South Philly.
Well, you have a little bit, I think you have a little bit of a past here, don't you? You went to school here for a
I
brief minute.
did, yes. I love it. Oh, and every time I go to the airport, I gotta go to my Chickies and Pete's. Gotta have the crab fries. It's like a rite of
A
passage.
must. Right. You know your stuff.
Yeah.
Well, now let's we have some of your followers and we have a bunch of mine. Let's tell the guests a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from Maryland, a little small town. Turn left at the cow, right at the church kind of directions. Yeah, definitely a country girl at heart. And yeah, I just always loved music and we had a little jukebox in our basement. My sisters and I, we'd sing and think we were the greatest stars. So that's kind of where the bug came from. But really, I got into country music by my brother suffered a brain aneurysm when he was little, and so my mom and I would drive from Maryland, the middle of nowhere, Maryland, all the way down to Washington, D.C. every day to go visit my brother and hoping one day he would wake up. And so really, when we were driving along, we would listen to country music and we would listen to the lyrics, the melodies of real life things that people are going through. And it was those songs that got us through the difficult time. And now my brother's doing great. And yeah, I mean, he learned how to walk and talk again. And so my love of country music really started there. And I just knew it was something I needed to be a part of.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to go through. God bless him. I'm glad that he's okay. But well,
Thank you.
maybe that those little seeds at that age maybe helped form who you are now.
Yeah, it's like, what do they say? Out of something horrible comes something good. And you learn a lot about life going through horrible things and things like that. And so you definitely learn about life, and that's what country music is all about. The good, bad, and the ugly.
Absolutely. And just for those that are watching, please make sure, as always, make sure you're following Laura and make sure you're following me. And there's also, if you could subscribe to Vinny Presents. Laura, real fast, where could they find you? And then we'll get into more of the interview.
Oh, you can find me everywhere. We got laurabryna.com. We got Spotify, all of the above. We got Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Check us out, laurabryna.com. We're having a blast. And please, I'm the one that responds. So please reach out. Let us know what you're thinking or what you want to hear or what you're liking or all of the above. And check out the birds too. So we're a big show. Me and little one right here. So yeah, definitely check us out and please keep in touch. We, as Bryniacs, we're a big family and everybody's welcome and accepted anytime.
Beautiful. And I thank you for that because, that's when you have that connection with your audience, it's a special thing. So that's
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like, here I am living this dream and it's because of everybody. It's all my Bryniacs. They're the reason I get to do this. And we have one big positive family and we're all so supportive of one another. When things are good and when things are bad, we're always there for one another. So that's a big thing to me too.
through feast and famine. Now, if some of the members that are watching or some of the guests that are watching, we don't want to interrupt the interview, but we will give some shout outs, take some questions towards maybe a little bit later on. I did notice Brianna Portnoy said she misses you. I'm not sure if that's something
I love Brianna. She's so amazing. And Morningstar, everybody's it's so fun. It's great to see everybody. I've been missing everyone.
So hang in there just a few, maybe another 10, 15 minutes. We'll take a few questions, but let's get into some of the things that are going on, which I know you have something special coming up on May 10th. Why don't you tell the audience?
Oh, May 10th, we got a fun song coming out. She's a sassy one. She's fiery. She's feisty. It's called Over Being Under You. And in country music, you got to have a little double meaning in there. So why not let it be over being under you?
Double entendre, I think they call it. Double entendre. Right?
Yes, they do.
And
I'm a
so,
big fan.
and so I'm interested. I noticed you have something going on also over in Napa at the Vineyard, doing a live show there.
Yes, we do. this week. I'm so excited. I mean, I'm so honored that I was asked to be a part of that. I mean, that's a big deal. And some of the other names that are on there, I'm just can't even believe that I'm there. Hi, Jacobs. Yeah, it's really an honor. I'm really, really excited. And it's kind of one of those pinching moments, definitely a bucket list thing to be asked to be a part of that.
Yeah, that's great. And it's been way too long since I've been there. Beautiful. I mean, you feel like, well, I can compare it to Italy. I mean, I've been to Italy and parts of Italy look just like it's beautiful. Sonoma Valley, the whole.
Oh, so gorgeous. Yeah. Both Italy and Napa are gorgeous. They're so beautiful. So yeah, I'm really excited to go.
Very similar in many ways. Now let's tell everybody, how did you get started? Tell us from the origin of your singing, of your professional background.
Well, really, it definitely started. I mean, getting into country music was really all about driving to DC every day. But I love country music. It was always something that was in my heart, and I knew that I needed to do that. And I love touching people's hearts. I love making them smile. I love making them feel something. And for me, I'm somebody that always wants to learn. I'm always looking at, let me learn this thing, or let me learn this part. I had a great teacher in Philly who said, Laura, I never want you to say no to an opportunity. I always want you to be able to say yes. So put on that pot of coffee or whatever it is that you drink. And for me, it's a cup of milk with some whipped cream, and that's me. So love me some good whipped cream. You can't beat it. And I stay up and I learned the part, or I learned the dance, I learned the song. And that's really how it began. And then I moved to Nashville. I was always in plays, and I had done some recordings and some off-Broadway things, and moved to Nashville and kind of split my time between LA and Nashville, and writing and recording and that kind of thing. And that's how the dream really started. And yeah, it's taken off. I've been so lucky and so blessed to be able to call this my career, and it's really a dream. I feel it's a constant vacation for me. So, and yeah, I like, even when during that whole time of me driving to Washington, D.C. every day, I learned a lot about the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which to me, with my parents, giving back has always been a big thing. And, that's what makes me love artists even more. I can be a fan of their music or a fan of who they are, but I love when people give back. I mean, to me, nobody does it better than Dolly Parton. I mean, she's such an inspiration, on so many levels. As an entertainer, as a human being, just a great heart. And so I love that. And so when I would be driving or my mom would be driving to Washington, D.C. every day, I learned about the Make-A-Wish Foundation because they came to my brother when he woke up and they were like, we'd love to grant you a wish. And my brother took a moment to think about it, and he said, I don't need a wish. I'm getting better. There's so many kids out there who need a wish. And he's like, I'm getting better. Save your wish for someone who really needs it. And to me, that was my first thing of really seeing how to give back and help people. And so I co-wrote a song called Make-A-Wish. And that's how it started. It was I've sat on the board of Make-A-Wish. I've stuffed envelopes. I've made phone calls. I've granted children's wishes. So I've done all of those things. And what's been really great is we got to change our mission statement from children with terminally ill diseases who get a wish to life-threatening, because there's so many kids living through these horrible diseases. So it really kind of came full circle for me. It was like, music and my love of giving back came together all in one. And so to me, that's so important for my loves to be together. And I've been really fortunate and really blessed to be able to do both.
That's amazing. It's so great to hear when we have people like yourself that are under a spotlight that are very genuinely care and want to give back and want to help, people that are their needs. So it's always a beautiful thing. That means a lot. And I'm sure that all the work that you're doing is paying off, and I'm sure you're bringing a lot of love and joy to a lot of people. So good for you. God bless you. That's great.
Thank you. Yeah, I and kids are our future. They need to dream just like I'm dreaming. So it's really important to me for kids to see that too.
Lilith says Laura is truly one of the most caring, loving, gold-hearted people. Such a blessing in this world. I would have to agree with Lilith there.
Oh, thank you. I love you. I so appreciate that. Oh, nice. Thank you.
And you God
Yeah.
bless. That's wonderful. All right, let's get back to the music before I make you.
Okay.
So
I know. I mean, no, I'm so blessed to be around great people, and we all, we're always there for one another. So I really appreciate that. And, I have a love for the military too. And, there's brave men and women who give their time and energy, and their families give their time too, so that we can live in freedom every day and live our dreams. So yeah, I'm so grateful.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Now let's tell the audience a little bit about I'm Her, a little bit of Jesus, a little bit of Hank.
Oh my gosh, I just recorded those. I cannot wait for you all to hear them. Actually, we're going to debut a couple songs at Live in the Vineyard, which is really fun. I've been busy writing. I've really come into my own of songwriting. I didn't really know that it was so much in there. I mean, I co-wrote the song with Make-A-Wish and Hometown Heroes for the Air National Guard, but I've gotten more and more into it, and it's really been so fun and very liberating, all of the above, because I'm saying exactly what I want to say, and this is who Laura is. We've got some real feisty, up-tempo, sassy attitude, all that, but then there's some real sensitive songs in there too, like Time to Say Goodbye that I wrote with Cambo and Jonny Price and Uncle Lee, as he likes to be called, So I've been so fortunate to work with really great writers, and then I've been working with the Scatterbrains crew on a little bit of Jesus and I'm Her, and so they've been really, really fun. And the thing behind those is what, a little bit of Jesus is a little bit of Jesus, a little bit of Hank. It's a fun kind of drinking song, hang out, a little bit of a party, and I'm Her is kind of it's been an answer for me, talking about Certified, which has been was such a fun song to write it with Kenny Fleetwood and Josh Logan, and it was really about that friend of mine. Well, actually, it was a girlfriend of mine who was like met this guy and thought he was all this in a bag of chips, and she was like, I don't know about this, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, he's a little certified, because we all got a little crazy in our lives. I mean, who wants to not have crazy, And so there it was with the video. We did this, the video, Zane and his crew did such a great job. He was a great director, and he had such a great vision. And, you get comments out there, and you get some really, hi, Charlie, can't wait to see you. You get some trolls out there who, have something negative to say, and, they always got something. And so with Certified, it was like with the video, like, why does she have to sound like this? Why does she look like this? And all these different things. And as Brainiacs, we're always talking about being the best us we can be and be authentic. And to me, with Certified, I am who I am. I'm not going to apologize for who I am and where I'm going and what I want to do and where I want to go and all of these things. And we're artists. There's room for all of us. And I love that, even with that whole, I know that Blake Lively said it about Beyonce and about Taylor Swift. You know what? There's room for everybody. She's like, I went to both concerts, both are friends of mine. There's room for everybody. And so to me, with I'm Her, it's about being authentic. It's about being the best you can be. And it's like, the lyrics are, you talk about having big hair and you're going to wear the crown because that's what I was born to do. And just because I like glitter eye makeup, or I like big hair and I like crazy clothes, doesn't mean I'm not from the country too. So it's kind of a coming out party, I guess, for me.
For the record, I'm a big fan of big hair. Bring back big hair.
Yes. Amen.
The
bigger the hair, the closer to God, or the taller the shoes, I guess.
Beautiful thing. We our guests love that. Charlie Reynolds said, "I'll see you in a week. I'm about to take off."
Yes, I love her. She's so great.
And you had, I heard you had I don't know, maybe a relationship in the sense of a friendship, I should say, friendship with the late Roberto Bali. Is that true?
Yes. Oh, in fact, I'm actually wearing his jacket, and this is his, and the necklace too. I've been so blessed that like my mom has, and between my mom and I, we do a lot of my style together, and he and I really, I love. He was somebody that did everything his way. He was different. He was funky. He challenged the fashion industry. He was such an icon and so true to himself, and that's what I loved about him. But he took leopard prints and then put them with roses and just different things and put them, smushed them all up and put them all together. He definitely did his own thing, and for me, that was what stood out when I found him. And with my mom, he was just different and stood out and did things his way. And that's, to me, that was something that spoke to me. And I was like, you know what, I need to be a part of this. And he sent me different jackets and things to wear. He made a pair of gold boots for me. I wore the spider dress that's in our song that's out now, The Night We Met. In the video, he asked me to wear that when he was being honored at the National Museum of History, in the National History Museum in New York City. So I got to wear that dress with him, and he was just such a great man. I was so devastated when I heard that we lost him. He said that was definitely a big loss to the fashion world. So live on, dress those angels to the nth degree, and your legacy lives with me for sure. Oh, and
Yeah.
I did steal. I have to tell you this. So sorry, but I did steal a napkin from the event.
Was it cloth or paper?
Well, it was silk. Oops. But it was so great. I wanted to take the tablecloth, but I didn't. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get it off without all the silverware in the cup?
No, you're not Italian, are you?
So yes, I stole a napkin.
You're not Italian, are you, Laura?
You know what? Interesting you say that. So, I think like Golden Girls. I saw an episode of that. Somebody sent that to me recently. They're like, oh, you got to check this out. Sophia's stealing all the stuff. My dad was adopted, so I'm not sure. But people think I'm either Greek or Italian because I have like that angular back. You're talking like this. You hear me? Follow. Il conto per favore. Grazie.
No, why I say this because it just brings me back to my childhood and hearing stories about like my aunt who would make sure she always took some sort of souvenir, mostly of sugar packets and
Oh, yeah. I love it.
just they can't let those things go to waste.
Oh no, I was like, oh my God, I stole them. Oops, but it was well worth it anyway.
So let me ask you this, and I'm curious myself. As far as the country music genre compared to, let's say, rock or rap or rhythm and blues, is it more or less difficult to really kind of break through as an artist?
Well, I will tell you, being a female, it's hard. It's hard in a lot of different ways. And so, I mean, whether it's radio or different things like that, it's always a challenge. I mean, there's maybe 15% on the radio that are female. So it's, there's a lot of guys being played, a lot of groups and things like that. But, that's been a big challenge. But, I love getting out there. I love doing shows and it's all about your fans or the Brainiacs being together and creating music and bringing it to them, and staying on social media. Social media has been such a great thing, it keeps everybody connected with what you're doing and what's going on. So thank God, that's really been a wonderful thing for us and our camp. But yeah, there's a lot of challenges. I mean,